Welcome back, my beautiful sovereign sisters, to our Earth Mother series in my podcast, And They Lied. In this episode, we're going to journey deep into the myths of the Celtic lands and to honor and learn from Danu, one of the most ancient and revered Earth Mothers in the Indo-European and Irish pantheons. So, who is Danu? Let us get into it. Okay, here we are. We are live again. Oh, sisters, 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 we have so much to catch up on. Yes, we had something happen on April 20th, late April 20th, but the rumblings and the gurgling that I'm hearing is still having to do with April 20th. I am still getting visions of him enacting this n just pure Christian insanity where if you're not Christian, they can report you. I'm still getting all of that. I'm still hearing the rumbles of all that. So stay tuned with that. Um, wow. Um, because there's more than just the Pope passing. It literally has so much to do with that, right? Because now he thinks he's this Pope-like God, but we'll get into that I have a feeling I'm gonna have to do another emergency episode tomorrow, or maybe hopefully I can make it last until Thursday. We shall see. I don't know. I wanted to be able to, come in here and be like, well, crap. Nope, nothing happened. We're good. But no, I can't. I have to be on here and be like, still happening, still going on. All of it. Nothing has changed with the Pope dying. If anything, it's just another ascended master that has been called home before this happens. So let us get into our Earth Mother series for now. I've had so much more going on, so much more brewing. We had new products launched this week. I'm full swing into my High Priestesses program of the Goddess Hecate, and my girls are just rocking through this. I'm just, yes, loving it, loving it. Um, and so those are some of the updates. Like I said, you can always go to the website if you're looking for specific candles for any of your ritual practices or any of your spiritual needs. We do them fully customized, or you can just have them sent to you without anything, nothing. But again, if you just need one of those, go to a Botanica, your local Botanica. Um, Let us get into our Earth Mother series though, because I'm trying not to, and this is why I keep notes. I have my notes right in front of me so that I don't start off on another rabbit hole, downhole rabbit hole. Because I want to show you guys. Okay, so I got the new deck from um Prisma Visions. I got the pocket version of my favorite deck, and that's this deck. But look at how cute, guys. Look at how cute. It fits in my hand better, like this versus this. So, yeah. Okay. I told my husband I'm gonna get all three of them in pocket version because they're cuter in my hand. They work better. So if you want, go to Primavision. Um, amazing deck. Amazing decks. Um, but yeah, so this is why I do my notes, because otherwise I just get completely off onto left field. I would have already told you about the new product that I am truly, truly working on that is taking most of my time right now, but I'm holding it in holding it really fastly in. Um, so I'll just bring it back in. Let's bring it back in. Um, let's talk about who Danu is, right? So she is this primordial Celtic Earth Mother. And right now we're talking about these Earth Mothers again, just to get you caught up again, because the Earth Mothers are rising. They are causing a lot of shit amongst the planet in a whole. Um, I gotta get my notebook because I keep getting these flashes. Lately, I've been getting a lot of crazy, crazy flashes, and I'm just like, okay, write them down. And Earth Mothers, the womb. Okay. Alrighty. So she is like the matriarch of the people of the goddess of Danu, which is I'm going to completely mispronounce this. It's something like Thuatha de Danana, Thuatha de Nana, Thuatha, yeah, Thuatha. That was I was like, make sure you get the Thuatha. It roughly translated the people of the goddess of Danu. And her energy is felt in throughout the fertile lands, the flowing rivers, and the deep well springs of ancient wisdom. So, with very little written directly about her in any surviving text, her presence permeates the lore and the landscape of Ireland. And of course, my name is Shannon. So Ireland and I have a little special connection. I am not Irish, nor do I have any drop or ounce of Irish blood in me. Go figure. Two stories produced from that. One was my mom won a trip and she got to go to Ireland and she spent a lot of time on the river, which I don't believe is true. More so that in the 70s, around the time I was born, which was 1978, there was a popular song and it was something about a woman named Shannon. So I'm probably gonna go with that one because I'm starting to have a lot of visions and flashes with my mom, which is unusual for me. But I have unlocked a set of that and dealing with this mother wound that I have from her is like I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, I'm good with it. And randomly a song comes in from like 1978, 79, and it's Sailing with by Christopher Cross, and it was 1979. And for some reason I just knew every word to this song. I knew every cue of the beat like as if it was my very first soul song. And so I've been playing it and replaying it, and it's like that is that primordial mother cue for you, when you get something like that. So this again is where you get that calling of the earth mothers, right? And so it kind of gives you this like force of mystery and ancient intuitions that are waking up, and especially like when a song plays, right? Something that you've probably heard once or twice in your life, no big deal. But when you're on your spiritual journey and it just clicks and you're just like, whoa, this has a lot more significance than I thought. And you start to dive into it, you start to see this awe, power that comes from like the very source of everything which flows. And so Danu, her name is connected with the rivers. Um, the rivers, there's four of them. There's four river sources, and I cannot like I drew just like as you see a wall blank. I was trying to like look over my nose real quick. Did I put it in there? No. Oh, um, Danube, Don, Dnester, and Dnieper. I believe those are it. And those are suggested that those exact terms, or I'm sorry, those exact names of those rivers are actually connected with her specifically because she is a earth mother of waters and the great flow of life itself. So like she has this essence about her, right? She represents the original wisdom of that land that comes way before thought. So that all-powering knowing. This is why I referenced the song, because it's that, whoa, I know this. And she is the fluidity of knowing without needing words, the silence that sings before sound. And when we connect to her, we return to that deep source of trust and sacred flow and nurturing and nourishing rivers or the internal river that sustains our own intuition and our creativities. She teaches us to flow instead of force, to listen instead of over explain, um, to draw from that sacred well of knowledge. Um, and also, she also teaches us something else, which is quite characteristic of more so of Danu than any of the other Earth mothers. And that is that she teaches us how to mother ourselves and our creations where we may have been lacking. So she comes in this pivotal mother role and really just allows you to be able to love yourself more gently, to mother yourself more, and to to have more of that internal pride for the things that you're doing. That I'm proud of myself. That's that maternal. Again, we come back to the triple goddess, the mother, maiden, the crone, and this is where that motherly instinct is just to mother yourself, to be, in that creation. And so Danu is not about control in the aspect that you would think of a mother keeping rules. She is the way of sacred surrender and deep ancient knowledge. So just the if you watch the bald eagles in Big Bear, and if you have been watching them, you have seen the progression of the eaglets and the way that they are progressing is and the way that the mother Jackie, it's so funny. Huh? What a name, right? Wrong Jackie though. My beautiful bald eagle is spelled completely different. So, um, but you look at her and you see how she watches them and how some of her eaglets or the two eaglets can do things by themselves by just knowing, and it's been astounding to watch. So that's that part of her that allows for that ancient knowing to just come in. So when you start to work with Danu, maybe you're going to use her in a daily practice. Some of the ways that you can connect to her is by doing a water offering, pour water on the earth with intention. Like, I'm not saying go and build her an altar. I mean, you can, but this is just to generally work with her. Maybe you're at a point where in your life where you're seeing you can mother yourself and you're seeing that you have these creations coming in. So this would be how you would do that. You would go and where you can pour some water on the earth and do it with intention of feeding her And while you're pouring, maybe um, whispering the things that you are trying to draw in or what you're looking for clarity from, and thanking her for the flowing wisdom that is going to be coming through. You could go and sit by a river and have that deep meditation and just ask Danu to guide you back to your own internal waters so that you may find that truth. And I wrote this one down. Awesome. This one I want to emphasize. Womb water rituals. So for womb holders, those of us that have the womb, and I'm not saying any gender specifics, I'm just saying if you have a womb or have a womb space that you honor your cycle as if it is a sacred river. It's flowing to bring life. Our menses carries huge amount of stem cell, which are meant for rebirth, regrowth, rejuvenation. So I have sisters that will take their period blood, mix it with their water, and give it back to the earth. That is something you can do as well. It is not going to hurt your plants. It is not going to create a bunch of ick. I know sisters that will literally use their period blood for facials, and it they have beautiful faces. So it's about honoring that cycle. Um, you can bathe in water, either physically or spiritually, to release that old energy. So maybe after your final day of your period, do a sacred cleanse bath to honor what you had just went through and to allow for that awakening of the divine within your womb space to flow. Um, Another one that I really like Danu for is that she is really good when you're calling in for divinations or dream work. Um, Danu can speak visions. So keep a dream journal, um, and just asking her to reveal the hidden contents of your life or whatever it is that you're looking for that you're needing at that time. Um, you can also do it again simply by just invoking her name. Um, Saying, Danu, great mother of the waters, I am open to your guidance and your grace. Allow me to see the way clearly. Thank you. Simple, very easy. So, what is the message? Why is Danu coming in right now in our Earth Mother series? Um, because we're in turbulent times right now when confusion and fear start to ripple through our collective field. Danu is a great deity to remind us that we need to just return to the flow and allow it to flow the way it comes through. Um, and to nurture it instead of numbing it out. So if you're feeling a specific way, nurture it. See where it goes. What is going on? Why is it there? And maybe it's needed to be. So that way you're not numbing it out. And then also to maybe confirmations, hello. Um, Maybe it's also to rise not in ego, but in rising to your highest self, your highest essence. And, the one thing that you'll always hear right now with her message, and her message is a soft whisper. Her message is the mother that comes in beside you and just kind of says, you know, you still are that river. You do not need permission to flow. You carry wisdom in your blood, your bones, in your breath. Return to me, my sweet one. Remember your rhythm. Just as gently as that. That sweet, loving, kind, caring, motherly figure sound. And so today I also want to touch on what does it mean for us, those of us that can have the gift of sight, the gift of hearing, the healers, the women that are in sacred practice. Danu is calling you today stronger more than ever. All of the goddesses, all of the earth mothers are. And Danu, she is calling in a way that's so strong, it's piercing. And the call is almost like as if it's a battle cry. And she's calling for those with ancestral roots in Celtic lands. She's awakening them. She's awakening the healers who work with the water, Yemoya, and those that work with emotional energies, like Hecate, Lilith. She is calling to those creators that are out there in this space, like me, the writers, the womb workers, and the dream weavers. She's calling to us all. She's calling to the women that are reclaiming their intuitive gifts and showing up after serious traumas and serious blocks of silence. So we want to honor her. We don't want to let her not be heard. So, okay, I am going to end it here. I am very excited for our next episode because that is another goddess that I have close to my heart, another Earth Mother. She is the most intense, loving, fierce goddess I have seen yet in this series. And we're going to meet Excel, Excel, Ishel, Ishel. It's Ishel, the Mayan Earth Mother and the moon goddess of fertility, midwifery, and sacred rains. And her jaguar spirit and her moon medicine are vital allies in reclaiming that sacred rage and that feminine magic that we all have. And she also will help you with the healing of generational wounds. So, till next time, my beautiful sisters, I appreciate you. Um, Shameless plug coming up. If this episode resonates with you, please share, leave a comment, leave a review. Um, Calling into the others that walk on this path. You know what I mean? Um, so again, to support this work, please visit my shop, Muse Goddess Botanica. Um, we are the home of custom spiritual tools, ritual kits, handcrafted Botanica designed just to align with your needs. Not something you're going to go get, grab, and go through. That I do need to write down. I want to do another episode coming in on the visions of the spiritual community that I've been having. Okay, so be on the lookout for that episode. It'll be coming up soon. Um, so again, sisters, thank you so much for listening today. Asheo, blessed be, Aho, as above, so below, Betashones.